Hello everyone, I am Devarashni and I have completed Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. This page is 500 pages long and it took me almost a month to complete this book. Let me tell you what I expected from this book and what I really got through this book. So this book has been on my list of to be read for years. Since I started reading, I got introduced about this book in online somewhere, and I read a lot of reviews and blogs about this book saying that it will be magical realism and there will be fishes raining from the sky. All those weird things happen in this book. So obviously, as a normal person and as well as a reader, it really intrigued me. I really love those weird stuffs and magic, so I was drawn to this book. But since it's been years, I couldn't get the copy of this book, so I didn't read it. But I got this book from a book shop in Coimbatore and I went to Coimbatore. So when I get it, I thought, why not read it? So before reading that too, I read the blurb, and the blurb also contains those weird things. So it really intrigued me that I should read it. Maybe it will be a good read. So this is what is my expectation. And also, so there will be a lot of weird things happening, and there will be like something related to these weird, and there will be some explanation and blah 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 is what I expected. Let me say what I got through from this book. So when I started reading the first few pages, I really got intrigued as the story goes on and goes on. Like it will be chapters. The first chapter will be about a boy named Kafka, and the next chapter will be about the old man Nakata. The story will be about their past as well as in their as their present. So so it will be an alternative chapter about one person, and the next chapter will be the another person. So the book went through like this. So the starting and all those weird things really did happen. Even more weird things happened, which is not in the blurb also. So I was really intrigued by reading this book. I was like, what is happening? And it's weird. Those things are really weird, and I was wondering why all this happens and what is really happening. And when weird things happen without no answer, like why it is happening or how it is happening, not only me, whoever it is, will need an explanation of why and what it is in the end, right? In the end, we should get some explanation. That's what I really expected, and went through the book. And in the end, did I get the explanation? I don't know. Like they didn't give any direct explanation, but obviously it's a kind of book. It's a kind of story where the audience has to come up with their own ending. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, this is the fact about this book, and I really don't know what to say about this. I actually really want to explore in internet about what people have said about this book, what are their opinions, but I didn't go through it till now because I want my own opinion on this book first. So I want to do the review and then go to the review of others, because if I go to other reviews and read them, I'll get influenced by it and I'll just change my opinions according to that influences. So I thought I'll just give my opinion. And the next thing about this book is Haruki Murakami. So how is his writing style? Actually, he's a Japanese author and this book is Japanese. It is actually a translated version. So maybe I should complain about the translator or I should complain about Murakami, I don't know. But the writing was okay. And let's leave about the writing. Let's see the thoughts of Haruki Murakami. Even it is a translated one, the content in the book is from Haruki Murakami's mind, right? And I really hate Haruki Murakami very much. And it's not just Haruki Murakami, it's just I hate all the men. I'm literally currently in a phase where I really hate men. I hate men. I hate men. And when I read this book, Haruki Murakami just proved that the fact that I hate men should become more stronger, because Haruki Murakami has portrayed women in how bad way possible as he can. In one chapter, Haruki Murakami, like through his character, he said that a woman is a sex machine. Like he wasn't generalizing, but he was just telling that she's a good sex machine and you should enjoy it. He's just telling that a girl is a sex machine. And you know what? Actually, that girl was a philosophy student and was working as a prostitute for her tuition fee. So isn't she a good woman? Like she's doing a lot and all that, but he calls her a sex machine and you should enjoy her. Like the way he portrayed women in this whole book, I really hate. And the fact I don't know, whoever just talks bad, or like, whenever you introduce a woman character, whenever you introduce a female, why just talk about their body parts? Why, like, he'll be like, that woman, I met for the first time, she has a big breasts. Is it really needed? Like, you can say about the character, or you can just say the name of that girl and just close it. Why would you want to explain about her boobs and all? And sometimes he'll be saying that woman has a fat boobs. Like, would you just introduce a girl just by saying about their breast size? And I really hate that fact about Haruki Murakami. Not just Haruki Murakami, all the men are same. I just hate men. And just because of that, I literally hate Haruki Murakami and the Japan and this book and everything. This literally spoiled the vibes. Anyways, enough about this men and women talk. There's also another thing that really annoyed me in this book. So there was like, I was like, this 80 pages remaining, and I was very interested and eager to know about the ending, and I was expecting some answers, explanations and all. And he was like, for 3 to 4 pages unnecessarily dragging about some music band. Like, it's not at all necessary. And I don't know why you would drag it along. Already it's a 500 pages. I sat through this book till this page, and I was so eager. And once he started blabbering about the nonsense Beethoven music, I mean, it's not at all necessary, and you dragged it, and I lost interest completely. And I just completed this book for the sake of completing it. And now at the starting I had a little bit of positives and all that, but now I literally hate this book. I don't know, I just don't know. But there are a lot of many good quotes, I would say, but quotes doesn't give you a good character, really, no. And also, you got the blurb about a lot of weird and interesting things, and these are all just a tiny bit and part of the book. It's not the whole book at all. If you are expecting from the blurb like what it is inside the book, you'll be disappointed. So the whole book is I don't want to let that anger inside me influence the review of this book. Obviously, I liked it till some point, and I did not like it in many parts, and I liked it very much for some parts. Like, there is this character called Nakata. I like that old man very much. He never had desires for women, and that makes really everything good. Like, he doesn't have interest in women, and that's great thing. You live your life happily, old man. And he lived his life in a peaceful way, and he died at the end. And oh my god. And yeah, actually, I have another thing to say about this book. There is this complex. So it is a theory which states that, like, it's not a state, it is a book actually by some author. And what the main plot is that there will be a son who has a curse that he will kill his father and marry his mother. So this theory, is what this book is about. There is this main character called Kafka Tamura, and he got a curse from his father that he will murder his father, and he'll sleep with his mother and his sister also. So this follows that Oedipus complex. So Oedipus complex actually states that a person will have a hatred towards the parent of his own sex, of his or her own sex, and will have sexual desire or something like that towards his parents of his opposite sex. So this is what it states, and this is what it follows. His father puts on a curse on him, and he tries to escape from it. Even in that Oedipus complex book, he tries to escape from that, but at the end he anyways got into the curse, and he kills his father and he marries his mother. And the same happens with this book. He kills his father and he sleeps with both his mother as well as his sister. So that was like a copy of it, but just including some blah 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 stuffs, like including another person and opening up another world and having half shadows. And I don't think these are all, I think just these are all just some unwanted elements which will make his book amazing. So obviously I'm not at all impressed with this book. This is such a bad book I've ever read. So I was about to tell that coincidence. So if I hadn't known about the Oedipus complex while reading this book, I mean, I was not searching for anything about regarding this book at all. It was a very different category. I was just randomly watching about Oedipus complex, and after that only I got to know, when I read that it is similar like the Oedipus complex. And yes, it is obviously the Oedipus complex. and that coincidence is something I really did not expect. And actually the book is full of metaphors. Metaphor. The word metaphor is what this book is all about. Whatever you see and whatever you read in this whole book, it's completely a metaphor, and it's all just in your head. You cannot explain it through words, but he tried to explain it and he very much lost it. I don't know, I would never recommend this book to anybody. This is not a book that can be recommended. Maybe if you really want to read, you can read, but maybe you will have some different thoughts on this book. Many people like this book actually, and I didn't like it. I didn't really like it. Maybe it's just the right book at the wrong time. But I think whatever the time is, right or wrong, the book is always bad for me, I guess. No, don't read this book. No. I wouldn't say that you should not read this book. It's up to you, but I will not recommend it to you. I will not suggest you to read it. On your own wish, if you want to read, you can read, obviously. About the stars, how much stars am I going to give this book? There is no stars I would like to give. I don't want to measure this book in stars. It's just a no. I hate Murakami, and I don't know whether I will get into Murakami anymore. Like, I don't want to read any other Murakami's book. Literally, I don't want to read any book of him anymore. But maybe I may read in the future. But for now, I'm not. I'm just going to keep it inside my bookshelf and get onto some other book. So yes, that's it. Maybe to end this review in a positive note, I'll just read you some of the good quotes or some of the good things or positive things that is in this book and end this review. Wait a minute. There was a scene where this father character, I said no, he killed a cat and ate the cat's heart. And while reading, it was like, what the fuck, bro? Like that. He said that it's fresh and warm and still beating in my mouth. And that is this sudden sexuality reveal. I just forgot some words and I have to stop it and say, so don't just get scared or something. So there was this fucking sudden sexuality reveal that there is a character called Oshimo. So he was like we all will be looking at him as a male, and suddenly he says that he's not a male and that he's a female. I was like, what the fuck? So these are all some what the fuck moments I read through this book. Actually, there is this thing about God. So a character talked about God, and I literally can relate with him because those are all just my own thoughts about God, which he also said, and I was like agreeing. So this is the thoughts and facts about God is the only thing I can relate with Haruki Murakami, which is well written. Like he said that God only exists in people's mind. I'm literally agreeing on that statement. I'm literally agreeing on with that statement. And if you think God is there, he is. If you don't, then he isn't. Like that's 100% what I would say whenever you ask about God. And yeah, so this is something I can relate to him. So as I have to end it on a positive note, I'm just saying it. Yeah, so see here, that there comes live sex machine. Just one real live sex machine. So you just have fun, is what he's telling. Live sex machine. Is it what to you? Is what a woman to you, Haruki Murakami, sir? I don't know. And that is this another thing I could relate with a character in this book. So the character which I can relate with is Kafka Tamura, obviously. He's not introvert, but he speaks very little. Like, you ask me this long question and you are expecting a very long answer, but all I could say is a very short reply. And that's what he does always, and I also do that. It's not something I'm wantedly doing that to annoy you or something. I just don't know what else to say. So I'll try to keep my answers as short as possible. I don't want to expose anything to you, but I really don't like it that myself. But yeah, I do that a lot. It just is it is in my genes or something, but it's not a gene. My parents are well spoken, but not me. So that is this line, pointless thinking is worse than no thinking at all. Am I agreeing with this? Pointless thinking is worse than no thinking at all. So not thinking about anything is better than the pointless thinking is what you're saying, but I'm not agreeing with you. because you should think, bro, even if it is pointless, you would get something out of it, don't you? Actually, I was like seeing myself and speaking. I don't see the camera at all. I'm sorry for that. Hereafter, I'll see the camera and speak. And there is this another thing which I really get along, I mean relate with this book, is the title itself has that word, shore. Kafka on the shore. I love sea, man, and they're saying that the sea is a really nice thing, isn't it? Yeah, sea is a really nice thing. And he also a person asks says that sea is a really nice thing, and the other person asks that why do you think so, and he says that probably because it's so big with nothing on it, like nothingness gives us peace, man. So there is like a lot of references of sea and ocean on this book, because it's majorly, or the title has itself shore. So that's something I liked about this book, but that will never ever get me to like this book. It's always like even there are like hundreds of positive things, we always focus on that one small negative thing. But about this book, it's not a very small negative thing. But obviously, that's, I think, is human nature, and that's obviously my nature because I am a human, bro. Okay, we'll see what's there. I actually underlined and highlighted and wrote my thoughts also in this book. Like I was like, whenever he talked about women in a bad way, like, don't talk like this, Haruki. I hate you. I hate you. I just wrote it on my book itself. Yeah, I went through all of my highlightings, and that's it about this book. I just wanted to end it in a positive note. I hope you get my thoughts on this book. I don't want to say anything further. Bye. And actually, I would like to say about what my next read is. Wait a minute. So the book Kafka on the Shore is a very mild read. It is not like something super exciting or super boring. It was a mild read. So as I have completed it right now, I don't want to enter into another mild or low vibey book. Instead, I want something fast and short and high dopamine rushing through my nerves or something like that kind of book. So I have decided to read 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. So this is a thriller, fast-paced book. So from this blurb, I literally believe that things will be good about, like, things will be as the blurb says. Like what the blurb is, the title is 5 Survive. See here itself is saying 8 hours, 6 friends, 1 sniper. So there are 6 friends. They have went on a trip or something, and there will be 1 person that is going to die, and they don't know who is going to die. So the book itself is like only for 8 hours. The story is for 8 hours. There will be like timing in the books. See, it starts from 11 p.m. and see, the time just goes on and ends at 5 a.m. So it's just going to be a quick and fast-paced thriller read, and I really want to know who's the killer and who kills whom, are they saved. And after completing this book, I'll just give you my review on it. So hope I have a beautiful, fast and good read next. So until then, bye bye.